So this is the trouble code on my 2012 Chevy Traverse, P0016 P0017. I sure hope I don't need the timing chains replaced. I'm hoping that a engine flush and oil change and then a auto RX treatment will take care of this problem. I'm hoping that the VVTs are just clogged with oil debris or dried oil debris from being a little bit low on oil a couple months ago. It all seemed to happen after that happened. So, will the flush work? Yes or no? We'll find out. Okay, so now we've got the Motor Medic motor flush that we're going to add to the 2012 Chevy Traverse and run for about 5 minutes, and then drain and flush, add some new oil, and see what happens. I did notice when I took off this cap, I had a lot of white junk in there, even though I did clean that out a few weeks ago. I do use a little bit of coolant, so I'm hoping that there's not a related problem. I'll leave that off, pull a dipstick. It's no milkshake on the dipstick, but it's a little brown. This oil probably has about 1,500 miles on it, and it has Auto RX in it right now, just so you know. All right, let's add the motor flush. Put the cap back on. Get the old keys, start her up. .18 on the clock. We'll idle for 5 minutes. Okay, it's been at least 5, 6, 7 minutes. I got the jack out and the drain pan ready to drain the oil. So let's see what happens. All right, let's get the oil plug off. Pretty thin. No clumps though, because I did use engine flush on this before. So I'm pretty confident there is not a big glumpy gook like some older cars have. This thing has had synthetic oil for the last 40,000 miles. Pennzoil Ultimate, Platinum, engine flush before, Auto RX coming out of there right now. So I'm just hoping that it cleans out any kind of carbon buildup on the screens to the VVTs for that Bank 1 sensor fault. All right, let's get that oil filter off. The drain plug is on. I can hear it leaking on the ground. It's all right. There it is. Put it next to my other junk. All right, now we're going to put the oil filter on, put some fresh oil on there. I always put some on the threads too, just to be on the safe side. I'll probably knock that over, Better put the cap back on there. Ooh, slippery. All right, let's try to get this Fram filter back in there. PH10575. That's what the Walmart electronic book said. Hope it's true. Let's see if I can. Can't really. If you've done this before, you know you really can't see much here. Just kind of go by feel. Oop. Thought I had it started there, but the Chevy Traverses are kind of tough sometimes. Alright, I got it started. And I'm going to keep going. Get that thing on there all the way. Yeah, I can't really see it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and add the new oil. Throw that thing in there. Get my good old Super Tech. And start dumping. I'll put in 5 quarts. And I'll put some Auto RX in there. This car actually takes a little bit more than that. I think I actually ran about 6 quarts of oil for the last 1,500 miles. Just so that it was like totally full. And with the additives I added, I kind of put it over the edge. But yeah, I don't think it's a problem. These engineers have built-in safeties for all this stuff for consumers who don't like to follow directions too close, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, that was 5 quarts. Alright, now we're going to throw in the old Auto RX Plus, there it is. Hopefully it stays in there. Let's go with the liquid gold. It's going to make all my troubles go away. Traverse is my most favorite car I've ever owned. I've only owned used cars my whole life, and I got this one a few years back. It was already 6 years old at the time, but it's one of my newer cars in my life, and it's my most favorite. So even though I had to spend about here $4,200 on that nice shiny transmission, if you can see that, after I got it. Yeah, I knew it was bad. I got it for a really good price, but I figured they have a problem with those transmissions, so the price was low enough. I figured it was worth spending the money to get it from my local shop that I trusted. So I'm still hoping I don't have to spend another $4,200 on a timing chain on this car, because it would kill me. But like I said, this is my most favorite car. I might just do it. So there we go. Let's close her up. Close that. We're all good. We'll get rid of that stuff. It's kind of windy. Don't want things to take off. Get my hands clean a little bit. Start her up. Let's see what happens. It's about 11:14. I let the oil drain for a while before I did this, so. Oh. Well, the check engine light is off. Okay. That's kind of a surprise. Wow. So let's see if I can get to my oil life monitor. Let's see, and I hold this down, 65%. Hold down my check thing here. 99. There we go, 100%. Back into normal. Oh, a little low on the tires there. Aluminum tires, when they get old, aluminum rims I should say, these things always leak when the temperature changes, and that happens quite a bit. I want that one. There we go. 147,000 miles. I think I bought this with 103,000 miles about 2.5 years ago or so. And like I said at the beginning, Pennzoil Ultimate Platinum, changed every 7,000-8,000 miles because it's synthetic. Okay, we're back in the car after the oil change. I'm gonna connect to the car again, see what's up on there. Sure, we'll do that. Why not? Yeah, sure, why not? I know. I'm sitting in the driveway. Alright, so it still has those codes. Let's see. Refresh. I don't know if this is going to do anything. Well, here, let's see. The light is not on, so I suppose these are stored codes now. So I will clear them. Sure, whatever. Yes. Alright, get some gas. Alright, so I cleared the codes at 147, 428. We'll see what happens. Alright, we'll pull out the old dipstick. Clean it off. Throw it back in there. Give it a second. Alright, let's see how this thing focuses. These GM dipsticks, they're kind of difficult to see, in my opinion. But looks like the oil level is to the top, I would say. So I don't think I have to add any more. And yeah, not super clean looking. There's a little bit of tan twinge already, but we'll see. And interesting note, it does seem like the car is a little more tickier after this flush and this oil change with this conventional 5W30 motor oil. I have never ran conventional oil in this car since I've owned it, so I don't really know if it's supposed to sound different or make a difference. I've only put synthetic in here, so hey, let's give it a shot, see what happens. So the P16 and P17 fault codes have not turned on after 30 miles of driving, after doing a motor flush with Motor Medic and adding the new oil and adding the Auto RX Plus to it. We'll see what happens. Oh, this oil is not Dexo certified, I just realized. I guess I'll have to take it easy for a while. So I drove about 2,000 miles with the conventional 5W30 motor oil with the Auto RX Plus in there, and the light was on for a while, was off for a few hundred miles. I did a big trip to about 330 miles each direction. It was on the way there. While traveling in that city for a few days, it was off. It was off for the 330-mile trip back home, but then go to work on Monday. Sure enough, after work on Monday, it turns back on again, and it's been on all week again. It did turn off for about a couple hours today, I believe, but now it's back on again, so I think this is not solve my problem. But I'm going to pull the Bank One
VVT solenoid to see if it is clean or dirty, because that was the whole point of this video. This is the 2012 Traverse Bank 1 intake camshaft VVT solenoid. I took it out of the Traverse to see if the screens were clogged for my fault that I was having, and I think they were pretty clean. You can see, if you can, I don't see any carbon buildup on the screens at all. They seem to be working fine. I hooked up the battery to the solenoid and actuated it by hand, and it made noise. I could see the thing popping in and out. I blew through there. The screens, air came through them, no problem. Oil came out of that little pilot hole. I sprayed some brake cleaner into there and just kind of cleaned it all up. And it sounds like it's working fine when I just use the battery method. So I don't think this is the problem with my P16 and P17. All right, you saw the condition of the VVT. It was clean. So I believe that I have a different problem. Could still be the cam chain stretched. I might have to put in some thicker oil or some Dexos certified oil just to make sure that that's not a problem. But I think all this was for naught, other than I think the inside of the engine is pretty clean based on that VVT.